I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Mr. Superintendent.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I'd like to invite up the Richard School, almost all of them, to present tonight. They've been very patient, and I believe there was some ice cream out there as well. But they're going to come up tonight, and they're going to talk about their green screen productions with Mrs. Smith and Mrs. Maurice.
Come on. So you can stand right here, right? Look over at everyone. Okay. You can look at them. Hi, everyone. Thank you very much for inviting us here tonight. I'm Mrs. Smith, and I am the Learning Center teacher at Richer Elementary. But during my prep or lunch times, I get together with this fantastic group of students, the student leaders of Richer School.
Hi, my name is Nancy Maurice, and I am the instructional technology specialist for grades K through 4 in all 3 elementary schools, and have had the privilege of partnering up with Jen and this awesome crew to help out with these productions.
So together we came together as a group because we wanted to give this student council and subcommittees an active and purposeful role within Richer School. They have a mission that they wanted to incorporate their student leadership beyond their grade. They wanted to incorporate it to the entire school. So how would they get their messages and ideas to all? That's when we collaborated to create green screen presentations. Together, we have pioneered our way through Richer School with newscasts and our first ever talk show entitled Richer Talks and Rocks. I would love to be able to show you Richer Talks and Rocks tonight, but where it is a little over 6 minutes, you'll have a chance at the end to click on a link on your own time to view it. But we did put together, in anticipation of tonight, a little reel that highlights all of the process that goes into a green screen presentation for the school. So I hope you enjoy this, and then I'm going to turn it over to the students for them to talk about their journey.
Arr.
Hello, Richard School. I am Dylan, and I give you a host for a new talk show, Richard Talks and Rocks. Hello, Richard School. I am Dylan, and I give you a host for a new talk show, Richard Talks and Rocks. Again, thank you, Student Council. I'm surely going to do some filling groceries, so my mind is ready to learn. I wonder what'll leave first. Well, anyway, again, thank you, Student Council. I'm surely going to do some filling groceries, so my mind is ready to learn. I wonder what'll leave first. Well, anyway. Oh, sorry. I didn't see you there. I was in a deep meditation. Have you ever been super tired during the test? Here's an idea. You should go to bed earlier. Ready to play? Are you ready to recycle?
I hope with that presentation, you were able to see that a lot of the work that goes into the green screen productions happens before the actual recording of the green screen, which is due to all of their hard work that they do in their spare time. We like to say it's a real DIY effort at Richer School, where the dollar store in town, we purchase the dollar tablecloths, and we're able to produce these wonderful features. So I'm going to turn it over to the students, and I would like to introduce Dylan, if he would like to come over here first. He was the host of Richer Talks and Rocks. Here, stand up here so that everyone can see you. Push up.
Hi, my name's Dylan. I just want to say thank you for letting us come here today. So, when we were filming Richard Talks and Rocks, we had 3 main goals. One of our goals was to give information to the school about recycling and composting and helping the environment around the school. Our second achievement was trying to make this talk show fun. So, for instance, as a talk show, we added games. And, well, by the touch of a finger, we had a little help from a couple players. Our second achievement was really just to help with the environment around the school, because now all of our school knows about these helpful ways to help save our school. When we were making this film, I thought it was really fun working with everybody and creating this fun talk show, which all of us made it happen. And I think, well, this might have been the best day ever.
Thank you, Dylan. And now some of our other student leaders are the ones who were participated in the commercial. So I'll have Jason start.
Hi, I'm Jason. Our commercials were about informing students on how to get ready for a test. In one of the commercials, we wore pajamas because it is better to go to sleep comfy. Meditating, having a healthy breakfast, and going to bed earlier are all great ways to help you get ready for a test. Now, let's hear from Sammy.
Hi, I'm Sammy, and it was important for us to entertain all ages at Richer School. For example, the commercial about going to bed early informs the student about the importance of good sleep so they could be ready for their tests. We also entertained the students by wearing our pajamas and holding stuffed animals, which all ages could understand. And who wasn't entertained when Dr. Skaz and Mr. Padilla played Are You Ready to Recycle? Here's Hator.
What I learned about the green screen was that it can take you anywhere. And if you were wearing green clothes and you are in front of the green screen, you will look like a floating head.
Also very wise. And finally, I'd like our production crew, Luca and Devin, to speak so you can actually see the work that they did themselves to create this presentation. Luca?
Hi, I am Luca. I was responsible for recording and teleprompting. Teleprompting is when you read the script on the iPad. It helps the students so they don't forget their words. We needed a tripod and a microphone.
Hi, Hi, I'm Devin. I was the editing in the production of the talk show, and now I'm going to green screen Mr. Bergeron at the beach. So you're gonna be there anyway. So first, I'm gonna create a new project. Then I'm going to select an image for the background. And
I like where this is going.
now I'm going to edit him in with a picture. And shrink it, and I'm gonna crop it so you can't see the stuff in the background. So you only
How is
see
he
the
doing
green
it so fast? That's amazing.
Finish up, then I can move him wherever I want. So
you can see the green around them. I can make it so you can't really see it. And now you're at the beach.
That's great.
Oh my God.
Great job.
And just so before we finish up, Nancy, Maurice, and I have coded ourselves as Team Jancy, as Jen and Nancy. And we've been participating in what we call Green Screen Magic multiple times this year, presenting it at all PD days across the district of Marlborough. And the teachers here in the district it has been received very well and has been utilized. We were also invited and participated in Medfield's Design Your Learning Day. And we've been tweeted about by the app. They've retweeted us, Medfield teachers, Marlborough teachers, so it's been a success all around. But I really feel it's most successful when we can see the actual digital learning in the hands of our students and what they're able to create with their own ideas. Nina?
Hi. Hi, I'm Nina. If you want to view our newscast and our talk show, Mrs. Smith will share the links with you.
So I'll share this out to Mr. Bergeron after this meeting, and feel free to click on the links if you'd like to watch some of our presentations we've made so far. I wanted to also give a very special thanks to Tom Platty, Dr. R.J. Skaza, and Mike Bergeron, and also to the rest of the members of the school committee. If you have any questions for us, we'd be happy to answer them, or if not, we're finished right now.
Questions from the committee?
Mr. Mayor, can I just let the parents know that we do put all these meetings online. So within about 2 days, there'll be a link on the website. So if you want to share with your family so they can see the presentation as well. Just wanted to put that out there.
Any other questions from the committee? Ms. Hennessy?
Of course I have to. So how many of you all have ever done anything like this before? Like creating a video other than singing to your phone or something like that? Anyone?
Does anyone want to talk?
Do other newscasts count?
Yeah.
Yeah, other newscasts that we've
Well, come on over. Say something. Tell me what you've done.
We've done other newscasts to inform the rest of the school. So.
And do you think that there are other ways that you guys could spread more stuff so you could encourage more people to do it with you?
Yes.
Yeah? Did you guys think it was fun?
Yeah.
Thumbs up? Yeah. Do you think like maybe you guys could be ambassadors? Do you know what that word means? Ambassadors means like you would represent. Could you represent what you're doing to maybe some of the other kids in the other elementary schools so that maybe you could like encourage them to give it a try too? I think it's a really cool idea, guys.
Devin would like to speak.
I've seen my brother Ryan do the green screen on his computer sometimes.
Cool.
And I've learned some things from that.
I gotta tell you, it's really cool to me, and I want to say how impressive you all are, because sometimes it's really hard to get up in front of a bunch of adults and try and talk about all of this. And not only did you do it great on film and all the planning, but you did a great job here, which is huge, because there are a lot of adults that can't do this at all. So thank you for sharing.
Thank you very much.
And thank you for your work.
Thank you.
Thank you all very, very much. Great job, kids. Great job.
Mr. Mayor and members of the committee, with your permission, I would like to see if we can excuse our students here so they can get home, get a good night's sleep, right, and get ready for school in the morning.
Sounds good.
All right, thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming.
Mr. Rosenthal, can you top that?
Oh, yes, you can. We've seen the video.
Oh, boy. Nice to see you guys. Thank you for having me here to speak on behalf of the music department. Just want to give a quick update, and then I brought some of our students to share a little bit of their Washington, D.C. experience. So we had a wonderful time in Washington, D.C. If you look at your packet that I shared with you folks, just wanted to give a little shout out to some of our previous events that we've had starting in January. So it's not all of the events. We had all of our marching band football games, but this was in January. Some of the highlights for me would be our all-city concerts, the all-state concert, the district concert that we had in Worcester, our MAJE festivals that we do, our MICA festivals. And if you're not familiar with what MICA is, it is what I like to consider our state test, if you will. We prepare 3 pieces, and we perform in front of 3 highly qualified judges, and we get scored by a state standard. And so it's really wonderful that we participate in that. And then the Washington, D.C. obviously is that same idea on a national scale. So thank you for allowing us to attend Washington, D.C., and we'll be talking about that real soon. Upcoming events, the high school spring concert is this Thursday at Wickham. Hope to see you there. We have our all-city jazz concert, which will be in May. And our a cappella choir will be performing at Symphony Hall on May 4th because of their gold medal status at MICA, and that will be at 8 o'clock. We have our all-city strings concert, May 9th. The MAJE, our jazz band, will be playing at the Hat Shell in Boston on May 19th at 5 o'clock because of their gold medal rating at the state level in jazz. We have some of our Tri-M induction ceremonies and our parades and all these wonderful events, as you can read the upcoming events. I included also some of the press releases that I shared out throughout the year. This includes the first one is our district. So these are the students that selected to participate at the district level. And the next one would be our 3 students that participated at the all-state level. And after that would be our junior district, the folks that participated at the junior district level. And then I included a MICA readout of how we did at the MICA Festival. And I will say, of course, we want to do as well as we can, but the purpose of MICA is for us to receive feedback, to get information, to learn from it and grow. So although we may not get a gold medal every time, that's not necessarily our goal. It is to grow and get feedback, and I think we do that on a regular basis. The next one is the district from the jazz at the district level. And then finally, the gold medal that the jazz did at the state level. So I'd like to bring our students up here. We did bring some of the hardware from Washington, so I thought we'd show off our hardware. So Miguel has the big plaque that we earned with our orchestra. Our string orchestra received the top score out of the entire festival. So we received that, which is really cool. And every group received one of these, and I will read the results from Washington. So again, we get judged on a national standard. It's superior, excellent, or good. So mixed chorus received an excellent rating and first place in the concert choir division, and that is actually their award. A cappella received a superior rating and earned a second place in their division. So we had some great competition, which we love to see. Jazz ensemble also received a superior rating, second place. String ensemble received an excellent rating and first place in the orchestra division. Wind ensemble received an excellent rating, second place in the division. Concert band, excellent rating, second place in the division. And the string ensemble won the best overall in the festival. So excellent, superior on a national level. We proud of these students, putting Marlborough on the map, and we had a wonderful time. If you followed us on Twitter or Facebook Live and all those great things, These kids are wonderful, and we owe a lot to the folks that helped put this on, the trip committee and all of the associations. So I thank all of those folks, and you guys would share your stories, if you would. Yeah, please.
Yes, I can go. Hey guys, I didn't know I was speaking. I just came here, and Rosie saw me, and he's like, so I just wanted to say it was a great experience for me. I think the Music Association did a great job in making it not just about the festival, because I know a lot of schools they'd go, they do the festival, and then head back home. But they really created a whole program for us to enjoy ourselves and to enjoy our time at DC and go to all the monuments and see a lot of things. It was just really enriching, and they're really good at being very flexible with students who don't necessarily have all the funds to fund themselves to DC, and I know a lot of people are grateful to them for that.
Hi. So this wasn't my first time down to DC, and I still saw new stuff. So it was pretty cool to still see new things even after 3 or 4 times down there. I thought that we all did really well at the performance. The college we went to, the auditorium was pretty cool to see. All the events that they put on for us that we participated in were really cool, and the whole thing was just pretty fun. So
listening to all the adjudicators giving us feedback was like a great experience for us, especially with orchestra, and then with listening to everyone else perform, knowing that like they all worked hard for that very day, which was exciting to see. Also, like we were all there the whole day listening to like other people perform, which was really interesting to hear. Also, like during the whole experience, but like this is like probably my second time going down to DC. I got to see so much more than I did last time, which was a great experience to do. It was great to be like with friends, enjoying DC down there, enjoying like listening to music and stuff like that. Yeah.
Great. Well, thank you very much. Questions from the committee?
Of
Ms.
course, you
Hennessy.
have to, because they're here. How do you all feel music is playing a role in your life, other than just, taking these classes and things like that? And do you see it continuing within your future?
I'll go again. I think this is my first year taking like a music class, because I had done the musicals beforehand, and at the beginning of this year they needed somebody to fill in a bass slot because somebody had auditioned and they were moving away. And so again, Rosenthal ran up to me and was like, we need somebody. The musical could be your audition. Do you want to be a part? Yeah. I was like, well, I need to check my schedule. But I ended up doing it, and it's I didn't expect it to be so, I guess, multifaceted in my life. What you learn in those music classes really apply to like a lot of soft skills, and it builds on like your confidence and how you present yourself and just presenting in general. It's I've really enjoyed it, and I regret not doing it beforehand.
My freshman year, coming into the high school, I was like the only guy in the orchestra, so I was pretty shy at first. But getting to know everyone, like growing over the past few years, it's been a great experience, and I'm glad to stick with it.
Mm-hmm.
Having done it since 4th grade, it's been pretty great. Between marching band and just I'm in wind ensemble this year, but I've just done band since 4th grade. So being in marching band and doing band has been pretty good. It's taught me a lot of stuff that I've carried with me and will carry with me into the future. And I will probably do something music related in college, but I don't know.
Thank you. And not to, have put you on the spot, but it's kind of nice to hear about the journeys that each of you have taken. And I think that's one of the wonderful things that I feel like I've seen out of many of the different students is you kind of find different paths for your future. And each of you kind of stand out in your own way, in a good way, for being involved in the music program and kind of, I think, characterize Marlborough. We're very much about wanting to make sure that we're doing something on behalf of the whole child, the whole person. And to Miguel, to your point about soft skills, it's not just about music. It's about creating confidence in yourself and the ability to get up and do something that sometimes you're not so comfortable with, and then kind of blossom. And you all are great examples of that. So thank you.
Kind of going off of what Mrs. Hennessy said, something that I've noticed in my 4 years in the music department at Marlborough High School is that music always seems to come second in the music department, which is kind of funny. These classes and this department isn't about the gold medals, isn't about the superior ratings. It's about learning and being with one another and learning how to be friends, learning how to work, and learning camaraderie. And going down to Washington D.C. this year was awesome, and we all got to perform in a beautiful venue, in a beautiful performance hall. But that wasn't what it was about. The festival was one day. Holding people's hands, standing in the Stonewall LGBTQ museum, in the museum, going to all the monuments, going to experience really like the heart of our country with the people beside us and our friends. This is all came to fruition because of the music department. The music comes second. The people and the education and the journey comes first, which is something that I've always appreciated. It's never about you need to be perfect in every aspect of your performance. It's about you need to improve yourself as a musician, and you need to improve yourself as a person. And as someone who's going to go into music education and wants to teach, that's something that I want to pass on to my students, which is it's not about being perfect, it's about growing and it's about learning. And that's something that I felt in the music department.
Great. Thank you all very much. Congratulations, and keep it up.
Thank you, Mr. Rosenthal.
One thing. He had a date missing, I have to say. Spring Sing, 5/17. Just got to throw that out there.
Mr. Superintendent.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I'd like to open my report by talking about a program that I believe we will be able to do next year at the elementary level called Destination Imagination. To begin to respond to issues raised in the superintendent's entry plan, I'd like to report that within the existing budgets, we should be able to field at least 3 teams for the program Destination Imagination, also known as DI. DI is an after-school program that we can begin at the elementary level to engage our students beyond the school day. That was part of my entry plan findings that I brought to you a couple months ago. The mission for DI is to engage participants in project-based challenges that are designed to build confidence and develop extraordinary creativity, critical thinking, communication, and teamwork. If you participated in the visioning exercises, these skills will sound familiar. If we can be successful next year, we should have enough funding in the budgets to double the teams going into FY21. Each elementary school has a budget of $7,500 for after-school activities, and a DI team is expected to cost just over $3,000. I want to thank Kara Fisher for bringing this forward and really bringing it to my attention, and I really look forward to seeing this in action next year. I think that this is something that is very low cost-wise and could have a really big impact, and really could start us down that conversation about having extracurricular activities at the elementary level. I think this might be one piece of it, and I'm very interested to hear about what we can do with music as well. I think starting in the 4th and 5th grade, that's when I started music. I'd love to see us doing the same thing. So that's the first part of my report. The second is that MCAS is well underway. I just want to take a moment to thank everyone, every single person in the district, for their dedication and perseverance through the multiple testing seasons. We don't just do MCAS. We have access testing, we do PSATs, we do SATs, we do it all. And I just want to thank everyone for their dedication through all these testing seasons with our students, and thank the students for taking it seriously and doing their best. I'm happy to report that May 21st, we got just about everybody to respond, and we're going to have the workshop on May 21st, and I figure we can pick a date for the summer to move forward. So thanks everyone for responding, and I look forward to having that workshop. Just a couple reminders. Jonathan stole my thunder, but I'll still go through them. April 25th is the spring concert, 7 to 9. April 27th is Project Clean Sweep in the city. I believe it's been posted on Facebook at the DPW as well as the school site, and there's a RSVP that you can click onto. May 3rd is All City Jazz Night. May 3rd is also in the morning is the Special Olympics at Bowditch Field in Framingham. And May 9th is the All City Strings. And that's my report for tonight.
Thank you very much. Mr. Diaz.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Just a couple of updates from Finance and Operations tonight. During last week's school vacation, the Facilities Department was able to complete a couple of building projects. There was an upgrade of the fire alarm system over at Richer. We also installed new window screens at Richer, so we can open the windows and not get bugs, which is great. We also finished the camera work over at Jarrick. We really appreciate the city's support. Being able to complete these projects before the summer rush is fantastic, so thank you. Food services, we had a Taste the Rainbow event the week before the break over at Kane and Jarrick. The results were great, great feedback. Richard this week will host a similar event. The food services director, Jenna, met with some student representatives over at the high school. The goal is to have student feedback in the development of the menu for next year, which is great. Cafeteria negative balances for this month are at negative $3,800, and this compares to about negative $2,600 during the same period last week. Jenna and I actually met this afternoon. We continue to seek ways that we can improve this number. Unfortunately, a lot of the process involved in improving this number has some possible negative impact, so we have to be very careful about how we approach it, but we do continue to look at it. The registration department over at RPOC has been working with the data office to procure and implement a electronic registration software. The goal here is that a online software will expedite the registration process and just be an additional convenience to our families coming into the district. The goal is to go live by the end of FY19 so that we can work out the kinks over the summer and have it ready to go for next fiscal year. As you probably know, the RFP for before and after school programming was made available to vendors last Friday. We asked that if anyone's interested in looking at the RFP, please go to the City of Marlborough's procurement website and register to get the bid. That way we know that all of the vendors who received it, and everyone can be updated if there's an amendment to that RFP. This is a qualifications-based procurement, and the proposals are due back on May 10th, and we look to have a recommendation to school committee on the May 28th meeting.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Minutes of the April 9th, 2019 meeting.
Motion to accept.
Motion made and seconded to approve. Any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor? Opposed? Carries. Public participation. Any public participation? Public participation. Seeing none. Mr. Diaz.
All right, so I have a few transfers for the committee to consider tonight. 5 different sites, I'll go one by one. Here at ECC, we're requesting $4,000 from the Whitcomb substitute line to offset overages at the ECC substitute line. At Jarrick, we're also requesting $4,000 also from Whitcomb substitutes to offset Jarrick substitute costs. At Kane, we're looking to utilize $40,500 in efficiencies within Jarrick salary lines to offset there's 2 long-term substitutes at Kane, one for $11,200, one for $10,300, as well as an overage in custodial overtime, general supplies, and substitutes. That's $40,550 total as a change there. At Richer, we're just looking for $800 from their general supply lines to offset special education instructional material overcharges. At Whitcomb, we're just looking for $5,700 from the night custodian line to offset overages in both math and custodial overtime. At Marlborough High, there's a couple of different things happening here. The total is $15,695. 2,500 is savings from the advisor line to offset overages in guidance guidance supplies, Phoenix Teacher, and the BT line. We're also requesting a total of $13,145 within the athletics accounts to reconcile some programs I ran over within athletics. Now that we're down to our last season, we can start reconciling those accounts. And district-wide, we're looking to utilize $12,000 to support that online registration system that I just told the committee about, as well as $5,000 for district-wide salary overages. And on the last page, this is my reconciliation of the special education accounts, where we're taking $59,500 from tuition private day to go into 7 different special education accounts to offset overages in those lines. I'm happy to answer any questions within those.
Thank you. Ms. Hennessy.
Just one quick question, relative to some of the money that's needed for the officiating, are we making changes to how we're gonna be planning out for officiating numbers? Because I don't know that a lot of those areas necessarily went to a lot of, major changes. I'm just wondering what, that's kind of significant amounts.
Yeah, so one of the things that I can do now that we have a few years worth of data is to look at those accounts and change funds within there
Yeah.
to more properly support the specific sports.
Yeah, because we didn't really go forward with a lot of playoff games necessarily in those areas. So you would think that, is that rainouts, which, we did have a lot of weather issues, but I would hope that maybe we can move it over so it's better aligned.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Any other questions? Seeing none.
Motion to approve?
Motion made and seconded to approve. Any discussion? Seeing none. All those in favor? Opposed? Carries.
Thank you.
Acceptance of donations and gifts. Donor's Choice, Whitcomb School 5th Grade Book Club, $508.
Motion to approve?
Motion made and seconded to approve. Any discussion? Seeing none. All those in favor? Opposed? Carries. Mass DESE, FY19 Title III, 186 Immigration Grant, $89,694.
Motion to approve?
Motion made and seconded to approve. Any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor? Opposed? Carries. Reports of subcommittees. Ms. Hennessy.
We'll be having a policy subcommittee on the 25th at noon. So, and I would say we're going to be having another one in May. So if there are any policies that you all feel that we need to make sure that we're bringing up, as you know, we're trying to do updates, but please feel free to let me know if you think something needs to be addressed sooner rather than later. Thank you.
Thank you. Any other committees?
Negotiations continues to meet with custodians.
Fantastic. Any other committees? Seeing none, members forum. Mrs. Ryan.
Just a question about the 5th grade incoming parents meeting. I actually was under the impression it was tomorrow because that's what's on the Kane calendar. But another parent has corrected me that I guess it's the 30th. As a parent who has an incoming 5th grader, there's been very little information. So I hope that in the next week that there'll be more information sent out to parents. My only thing that I received, it was an app notification about the meeting, which Mr. Daniels did say was on the 30th. But there hasn't been a flyer or anything sent home to parents, and I always think that's a meeting that should be attended by parents. They all have questions, and I feel we could do better communicating the meeting.
We'll get the word out.
Thank you.
Any other members? Any other members?
I will sign the warrant. I'm going to review it and sign it.
Fantastic. Anyone else? Seeing none.
Move to adjourn.
Motion made and seconded to adjourn. All those in favor? Opposed? Carried. Thank you very much.